Let's kick things off with a surprising fact. Certain nuts may boost the odds of heart problems by up to 48%, according to findings in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. That's nearly half again the typical rate. Many people think any nut is good for them, grabbing handfuls day after day, but a few well-known nuts can quietly raise blood pressure, set off inflammation, clog arteries, and even influence cognitive function. One of them has been tied to a harmful buildup that can damage the liver, kidneys, and brain over time. Oddly enough, it's often hailed as healthy, yet it may be in your kitchen right now. Still, there's no need to panic because several other nuts offer big benefits for your heart and brain. Stay with me to the end because the most concerning nut on this list holds a hidden surprise many never hear about, and it could be causing unseen trouble. We're going to break down 4 nuts to keep, then 4 to consider tossing out. The biggest shocker is at the finish, so don't miss it. And while you're here, leave a comment telling me which nut you reach for the most. Also, hit that like button and subscribe if you appreciate clear science-based tips for a healthier life. First, let's explore the 4 nuts you do well to keep. Number 4, almonds. Almonds are a real powerhouse for anyone aiming to support bone integrity and overall vitality. They contain calcium, vitamin E, and magnesium, which can help maintain strong bones and flexible arteries. Some research ties almond intake to healthier cholesterol levels, focusing on the bad LDL type. A single quarter cup provides around 97 milligrams of calcium, which is a solid boost. Tufts University has pointed out the special antioxidant mix in almonds that may defend brain cells from oxidative harm. They also have fiber, which can help keep digestion regular. If you're craving a snack, raw or lightly salted almonds might satisfy you more than chips or candies. About 15 to 20 almonds per day seems to be a sweet spot. Keep the skin on, since the flavonoids found there can amplify vitamin E's effects. For variety, consider chopping almonds to sprinkle on salads or even blending them into smoothies for extra creaminess. Number 3, walnuts. These are often described as the top nut for the mind, mainly due to their alpha-linolenic acid content, an important plant-based omega-3 fat. The Journal of Nutrition showed that 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks led to noticeable improvements in thinking speed and adaptability. Walnuts also include arginine, supporting vessel elasticity, and melatonin, which can help keep your sleep routine on track. Their polyphenols are known to cross the blood-brain barrier, potentially reducing inflammatory markers in nerve cells. Keep walnuts in the fridge or freezer so their oils don't turn rancid. A handful, about 7 to 9 halves, should do the trick daily. If you find them bitter, pair them with something mildly sweet like dried cranberries to balance the taste. Some enjoy turning walnuts into a meat substitute for veggie burgers or sauces because of their hearty texture. You can toast them lightly for extra flavor, but avoid high heat that may degrade healthy fats. Walnuts are also a fun addition to roasted vegetables. Just sprinkle them on right before serving. If you're careful with how you store them, walnuts can stay fresh for months, offering a steady supply of beneficial fats and antioxidants. Number 2, pistachios. With their vibrant green and purple hues, pistachios do more than look pretty. They can play a role in managing blood pressure, thanks to a favorable potassium to sodium ratio. Each ounce has around 285 milligrams of potassium while being low in sodium, which can help keep systolic readings in check. Pistachios also carry lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that back up eye health by shielding the macula from stress. A quirky advantage is that deshelling them one by one slows you down, keeping you from polishing off too many at once. Research in the International Journal of Obesity found that seeing the empty shells was a visual reminder of how many had been eaten, helping people cut back. In terms of taste and texture, pistachios have a pleasant crunch that fits both sweet and savory dishes. Try tossing them into oatmeal, salads, or yogurt. They're also great in baklava, though that dessert can load on the sugar. 1 ounce of pistachios has about 3 grams of fiber, which helps with balanced blood sugar and a happy gut. If you're looking to limit salt, go for unsalted or lightly salted versions. Pistachios are one of the few nuts that bring a more balanced nutritional profile without too much fat or carbs, so they're a favorite among many diet-conscious snackers. Number 1, Brazil nuts. These are so potent that a single nut can surpass your daily selenium requirement. Selenium is critical for converting thyroid hormone to its active form, influencing energy levels, metabolism, and mood. Brazil nuts also harbor special fatty acids that may keep the protective sheath around nerve cells in good shape. Because they're so high in selenium, more than 1 or 2 a day could lead to getting too much of this mineral, which isn't ideal. Studies point to the antioxidants in Brazil nuts possibly contributing to the upkeep of telomeres, which are the end caps of chromosomes involved in the aging process. Their creamy texture can help curb cravings for unhealthier treats. If you can find them in the shell, they may stay fresher longer, and storing them in the fridge will protect those delicate oils. A publication in the Journal of Trace Elements in Medicine and Biology noted that the form of selenium in Brazil nuts might be more bioavailable than certain lab-created supplements. That's a big plus if you want to boost selenium levels safely. Some people blend Brazil nuts into spreads or chop them for homemade trail mixes. It's an easy way to add a nutrient punch to your day. Their richness means a little goes a long way, so you can avoid overeating without feeling deprived. Now, on to 4 nuts you might want to limit or avoid. Number 4, peanuts. Technically legumes, peanuts grow underground and tend to attract mold that produces aflatoxins, which can cause liver damage. Peanuts also include proteins that spark inflammation in some people, and they're high in omega-6, a fat that can tip the balance if you're not getting enough omega-3. Peanut butter often has hydrogenated oils, sugar, and salt, creating more strain on the body. Furthermore, the dry roasting method yields acrylamide, a compound that some research links to possible brain issues. If you love peanuts, consider replacing them with almonds or walnuts several days a week. At the very least, go for natural peanut butter that's free of added oils and sweeteners, though you'll still want to watch portion sizes. Peanuts also show up in various candy bars and snacks, ramping up sugar and unhealthy fats. People often assume they're benefiting from peanut protein, but end up with loads of empty calories. Peanuts can be stored for a while, but once they turn rancid, they become a bigger source of toxins. So if you must have peanuts, store them properly and opt for small servings of plain, unsalted varieties. Even then, you'll want to mix in other nuts to reduce overall exposure to molds and unbalanced fatty acids. Number 3, cashews. These are smooth, tasty, and easy to overeat, but cashews carry about 9 grams of carbs per ounce and have lower fiber than some other nuts, which can lead to blood sugar spikes if you don't watch how many you eat. They're also high in oxalates, compounds that might encourage kidney stones in vulnerable people. Production involves heating cashews to get rid of urushiol, the same irritant in poison ivy, and that process often diminishes nutritional value. Many store-bought cashews are heavily salted or roasted in oil, adding unnecessary sodium and unhealthy fats. If you adore cashews, try the raw, unsalted kind and keep portions modest. Research in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition suggests that diets high in oxalates can worsen kidney issues, so cashews may not be your best friend if you're prone to them. Their soft texture can mislead you into thinking they're lighter fare, but they're quite calorie-dense. People trying to manage weight might find it tricky to stop after just a few cashews. If you need that creamy taste, you could explore small amounts of pistachios or even experiment with macadamias in tiny doses, though those come with their own drawbacks. Number 2, macadamia nuts. No one can deny their flavor, but macadamias are calorie bombs, about 200 calories per ounce and around 22 grams of fat. They also have a higher portion of saturated fat, which could raise LDL cholesterol levels. Because macadamias are often pricey, some opt for cheaper, possibly stale batches that can be rancid. They're frequently salted or roasted in oil, which piles on sodium and damaged fats. Many large-scale studies on nut consumption and heart health leave out macadamias due to their hefty caloric and saturated fat content. And if you still crave them, try mixing a small number into a broader nut blend so you won't be as tempted to eat them by the handful. Macadamias are indeed tasty, but don't bring the same ratio of good fats to fiber as walnuts or almonds. If you enjoy baking with macadamias, you're probably adding sugar and butter, making things worse. And if you have sensitive teeth or crowns, macadamias can be a bit tough to chew. If you want a safer everyday option, go for something like pistachios or walnuts. Macadamias can be saved for special occasions if you can't resist their buttery taste. Number 1, pine nuts. These might surprise you as they're common in pesto and fancy salads, but pine nuts can complicate the action of some common medications, making them less effective or triggering side effects. Another big issue is pine nut syndrome, where a weird metallic taste lingers in the mouth for weeks after eating them. Though that might sound minor, it can crush your appetite or make all your food taste off. Pine nuts also turn rancid fast if not stored carefully, generating harmful compounds. Because they're so small, choking is a concern too. Some reports tie certain pine nut varieties to eye health worries, which is alarming. Enzyme inhibitors within pine nuts can disrupt protein digestion in the body. Many people assume these are harmless because they're used in fancy dishes, but knowledge is key. If you're a pesto fan, try making it with walnuts or almonds instead. You'll likely get a similar flavor profile, but skip the risk of a strange aftertaste and medication interference. Unless you're certain your pine nuts are fresh and your diet can handle them, you might want to dodge them, or at the very least, keep servings very low. Bonus tip, if you want a straightforward way to help normal circulation, check out Ultrabeet. It's a beetroot extract in capsule form, so you skip the strong flavor of raw beets. Research in American Heart Association journals shows that beetroot can raise nitric oxide levels, aiding healthy blood flow and blood pressure. There's a link in the description, plus a coupon code if you'd like to try it. So there you have it, 4 nuts that can do a lot of good. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts, and 4 that might cause more harm than you think: peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts. Which will you keep on hand and which will you ditch? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you found these tips helpful. You never know who else might benefit from reconsidering their nut choices. Stay curious and keep seeking ways to level up your daily habits.